What's going on, YouTube? Back once again in the shed, and I welcome you to, yes, another review. Thank you for joining me. How you been? I'm right. Smoking on my Hardcastle. I keep calling him Newcastle. And I got a bit of that Boswell's Northwood in there from Olfactory Snuff. Thank you very much. It's quite nice. Heard a lot about it. It's a nice sort of mild English blend, I think. Like, it's got lacquer in it, but it's not like super strong. And it's quite earthy but sweet at the same time, like a little bit sweet. I have to delve into it a bit more, but that's my first thoughts on it. Yeah. So, I'm good. Not a lot to report, really. As I said, I'm sort of stretching into the YTPC a bit, but I'm going to try and keep the pipe videos as pipe videos and the snuff videos as snuff videos. But, I don't know. All the comments I got were encouraging, but as for my sub count going up, it seemed to drop. So, someone didn't like it, I guess. But what can you do? I can't keep everyone happy, so all I can do is try and keep me happy, eh? Try at least. Right, what are we doing today? Today we are doing the final for now, Simon Simply Snuff. He's announced that he's bringing out another 4 already. I don't think he's released the names, but he hasn't actually released what the flavours are, so yeah. So today we are doing Boodleam is how it's pronounced. And it's based on a shop that was about in Leeds, and it was like one of them. They seem to be linked with selling kickers, from what I can find out, and you know, I'll stick up a few pictures, but I pulled a few things off that, you know, it looked like one of them crazy sort of shops that you can find little gems in, you know. If you're a stylish fellow like Simon is, unfortunately, I am not. I just fall out of bed and whatever's there is good enough. So, Boodleam. It's a callback to Simon's past. Yeah, we know about your past, eh, Simon? Yeah. But yeah, let's crack into it and see what she's saying, shall we? This was the one that I said I had the broken lid on it, and I just think these tins are a bit softer, that's all. Because I think even Simon said that his tin of this on his review, he stood on it, didn't he? So it ain't just me. But the flavour, or the smell, just jumps out of the tin and belts you in the face. But anyway, let's start off with what it looks like. So, to be honest, it looks the same as all the other ones. If there is a slight difference, it's a slight difference in colour, but I can't see it. I think it's all the same base flour, just with different toppings. So you've got that medium chocolate, sort of rusty brown. It's a medium to fine grind, and it's fairly high in moisture. And as I said on all the other ones, it's got that sort of, it likes to set, and then when you broddle about in it, it likes to crack up, and it's just, I don't know, it's just got like a, you know, like that sensory thing I forget what it's called, MRSA or something. I don't know. That's probably something even worse. I'll probably just give the initials of a sexual disease or something. But you know what I mean. The videos where they're like crackling paper and all that. It kind of gives me that kind of feeling of satisfaction. The snuff, not sexual transmitted diseases. So let's see what she smells like out of the tin, shall we? Okay. As I say, it's very, very strong smelling. So I'm going to say, the same as what I said about Buccaneer, that if you're someone that likes subtle scents and plain natural tobacco snuffs, and you don't like things like Jock's Choice or Jockey Club or Patch, or do you know what I mean? Them sorts of snuffs that are just so strong you can almost taste it. I don't think you're gonna like this, but I don't mind it. And some of them ones that I just described were too much for me, like Jockey Club. I could find it very hard to get on with that one. But yeah, out of the tin, do you know what I want to say it smells like? I mean, I can smell a bit of citrus. Mainly citrus, like citrusy orange out of the tin. But it smells like a shower gel. That's what it smells like to me. You know how I say, like, you know, smells trigger memories? For me, it triggers lining up in prison, waiting to go into the shower room, because everyone's got their shower gels, and you know what I mean? Like, you just smell it. Or going into the bathroom after my missus and the kids and all that have been in there with all their shower gels and shampoos and what have you. But yeah, it's not an unpleasant smell at all. But that's what this smells like to me. Out of the tin, a fruity shower gel. Right, let's jump into the bit that matters, and that's up your snoz. As I say, it's really moist, so sorry, itchy face. It's really moist, so it shouldn't be too much trouble to sniff. If you have your technique down, then it'll be no bother. Okay, it has got a bit of a burn on it. Maybe not as bad as Buccaneer or Sanity Claws, but it has got its bit of a pinch of a burn, and then a bit of sort of a cooling sensation. Doesn't say nothing about menthol in the descriptions, but I suspect it's got to have something in it like that. Just a touch, maybe. But it does open your nose up, and you know, and then you get the orange. I tell you what it's like. It's like they're all lined up in a queue, and they're all taking their turn. So you get hit with like a bit of orange, and then that subsides a little bit, and then it sort of tails out with that sort of grapefruit scent. And then once that sort of dies down a little bit, then you start getting a little bit of the jasmine and a little bit of the musk. And then you'll be walking around and a bit of air goes in your face, and you'll get whacked with more orange and jasmine, orange and grapefruit, because it is a lingerer. It's one of them that's going to stick about. But yeah, as I say, easy to take, easy to bump. You can take big bumps, but you might not want to take too many big bumps, because it is quite high in nicotine. As I say, I think that it's a Rustica. it surprised me a little bit, to be honest, because when I first read it, I was expecting something like patch, like something. When as soon as he said like hippies and going back, I thought I was gonna have petunia oil in it or something like that. But it isn't that. Well, there's no petunia oil for a start, but it is surprise. Well, I shouldn't be surprised after the way the last few ones have gone, but it is well balanced. Like each part of it sort of has its role, and it has its time in the spotlight. But you definitely get orange, and it smells like a fresh orange, not a false sweet type of orange. It's got that like bitter orange, you know, and then you get hit with the grapefruit, and again it's very sort of naturalist smelling grapefruit, which is a little bit sharp. And then as them two sort of die back a little bit, then it comes in with that little bit of sort of jasmine floating around and a bit of musk. I'd say out of them all, this one's the nearest I would say to smelling like an Indian snuff, but it's not got any Indian funk. Like, I don't mind the Indian funk in all fairness, but a lot of people, you know, I know don't like it, but you've not got to worry about that one here. I'm sure it's got a little bit of menthol or something in it, because gives you a cooling sensation, you know, makes your nose sort of wet inside a little bit. Yeah, it ain't bad. It's up there, I think. Like I said, it does sometimes smell like, when I smell it out the tin, as I come into it, it smells like a shower gel. And then when I take that bump, orange. And then as you get used to the orange, it sort of subsides and it sort of transitions into a grapefruit. And then them two scents sort of have a little push and pull for a little while. And then as they both sort of fade off, that's when you get the sort of like a little bit of a lingering jasmine and musk scent floating about. No, I like it. It's good. Will I use it? Yes. Will I buy it again? Probably yes. It is definitely a laster. It made me laugh a little bit because, like I said, my lid was a bit dodgy, so I kept doing it up tight and thinking it was on there, and then it would pop off. And my missus kept walking into the room or whatever and going, "Have you been spraying something? Have you spilt something?" Or, do you know what I mean? Like, as soon as that lid, and I was down the shop the other day, and it wasn't actually with this one. I think it was Buccaneer I had, but I was talking to my mate outside Tesco's and that, and I pulled out my tin of snuff and popped the lid off, and he was stood there, and it was a bit windy, but he went, "Quah, that smells nice." You could smell it from all the way over there. So they definitely have a presence of it about them, you know. So yeah, it's gonna get an approval with me. I've really liked them. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what else to tell you. I thought they were all pretty good. They're definitely different. You know, I didn't feel like they were trying to turn over all the same tricks, or, you know, Sanity Clause is probably the one that you could argue is more a bit samey of others, but it does do a little bit different with the sort of having the clove a bit more front heavy. And you can't knock Simon that. It's his line, and that was his love letter to his favourite snuffs. I would imagine I would probably do the same, pick out a particular, I don't know which one I would do, but it's neither here nor there. I've enjoyed him. I think he's done a pretty good job. Not everyone's gonna like him. That's just the way things work out, isn't it? It's but from what I've seen, a lot of people are liking him as well. So well done, Simon. I congratulate you, sir. And I look forward to see the new 4 ones that come out now. Where are you gonna go? It's taking us on a ride into the wonderful magical mystery tour of Simon Morehouse's head. Yeah, that's all I got for you. I'm going to leave it there. So I'm going to say remember to tap, pinch and toot, because that's 3 ingredients to your enjoyment, and your enjoyment is all I got for you. So remember to come back to the shed, and until then I shall bid you farewell.